Good evening and welcome to Ignite News on 6 at 6. It's Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. I'm Rihanna Nikram. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. President Irfan Ali has called for the establishment of a regional police academy in Guyana. Guyana's Foreign Affairs Minister Yu Todd and China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi have reaffirmed their country's commitment to international law, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. The new Demerara River Bridge is now nearly 77% complete. And Linden is a growing hub for hydroponics in Guyana. President Irfan Ali has called for the establishment of a regional police academy in Guyana to ensure efficient policing across the region. Delivering the keynote address at the launch of the 39th Annual General Meeting and Conference of the Association of Caribbean Commissioners of Police at the Arthur Chang Convention Center on Monday, President Ali emphasized his commitment to providing various training supports to foster regional integration in law enforcement.
On the training, we are making a series of investments for the region. We want to have the regional police academy here in Guyana to support the training.
Pointing to the recently launched National Defense Institute, President Ali also offered regional support through this new facility, which, he said, offers, among other programs, master's and postgraduate courses supported by international defense institutes globally.
We want to have an opportunity during this conference to also present that to you and the opportunities through that program. Some online, we can do specific program designed for specific needs, cybercrime.
In relation to the Indian Technical and Economic Cooperation Program, President Ali expressed disappointment that the region has not fully taken advantage of the initiative provided by India. He highlighted that hundreds of officers in Guyana have benefited from the program over the past 4 years, with thousands of courses available free of charge. The head of state encouraged regional commissioners to apply for the assistance for the servicemen and women and assured that he would follow up on applications to ensure the region accesses the free ITEC training. Guyana may play a key role in helping Trinidad and Tobago address its dwindling gas reserves. TNT's new energy minister, Dr. Rudal Munilal, confirmed this week that he has already reached out to the Guyanese government, seeking bilateral discussions on energy cooperation. He acknowledged Vice President Bar Jaglio's recent remarks that all current gas from Guyana's gas-to-energy project is committed to domestic use, particularly for power and fertilizer production. However, Minister Munilal said TNT is open to exploring any potential future collaboration and noted the possibility of private sector involvement. VP Jaglio also mentioned an unimproved but developing project involving Exxon, Fulcrum, and the Guyanese government that could increase gas availability. He added that any export to Trinidad would have to be weighed against other strategic options like LNG production, industrialization, and energy sales to Brazil. Guyana's Foreign Affairs Minister Yu Todd and China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi have reaffirmed their country's commitment to international law, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. The meeting took place on Monday in Beijing on the sidelines of the 4th ministerial meeting of the China CELAC Forum. It follows recent diplomatic tensions after a Chinese official suggested that Guyana and Venezuela could resolve the border issue through direct talks. In response, Guyana reminded China that the matter is currently before the International Court of Justice, in line with the Geneva Agreement. Both sides also acknowledged over 50 years of diplomatic relations and discussed ongoing cooperation. Minister Todd reaffirmed Guyana's support for Latin America and the Caribbean as a zone of peace and voiced concern over the crisis in Haiti, urging UN-led support. The meeting ended with both nations expressing support for fair, rules-based international trade. We'll be right back with more Ignite News after these messages. Please stay with us.
We're for the brave, for tenacity. Here's to the up and at 'em types. We're for the crafters, the drafters, and the ones who clean up after. Here's to the dream makers and the risk takers, because we know what it takes. From mobility to high-speed internet to technology that makes it easy for your business. We're for brave, we're for business, and we're in this together. Bravo.
Welcome back to Ignite News on 6 at 6. The Ministry of Education has officially launched the 2025 Because We Care cash grant distribution starting in Region 7 and 9. The initiative, which began in 2014, provides financial support to families to ease back-to-school expenses. This year, each school-aged child will receive $55,000, including $5,000 for uniforms and school supplies, a significant increase from the original $10,000. At the launch in Bartica, Education Minister Priya Manichan stressed that the grant is a right for every school-aged child in Guyana, regardless of ethnicity or political affiliation. Parents shared how the support helps bridge financial gaps during the school term.
I'm living at Dog Point, right? And I would like to say thank you to the government and our Minister of Education for giving us this cash grant to our children.
Hi everybody, I'm Rihanna Anderson. I'm from Rubber, and I feel very great for this money, knowing that I have 4 children and 1 on the way. It's a lot and it's going to benefit me and my kids.
Nationwide, the program is set to benefit approximately 205,000 students as a result of an $11 billion allocation in the 2025 national budget. This investment is part of the government's ongoing commitment to reducing inequalities, supporting education, and ensuring that no child is left behind. Residents of Region 3 are one step closer to relief from daily traffic delays as the new Demerara River Bridge is now nearly 77% complete. According to the Ministry of Public Works, the $260 million project is on schedule for completion by August. Constructed by China Railway Construction International Limited, the 2.8-kilometer bridge employs over 1,300 workers, including more than 100 Guyanese. Key components like pile caps, pier columns, and tile beams are over 90% installed, and the project has reported 0 safety incidents. Once completed, the bridge will be toll-free, support speeds up to 80 km per hour, and is expected to last a century. It will also feature the Cacique Crown of Honor, Guyana's second highest national award, as part of its final design. Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips recently met with representatives from Pantera Security Solutions Inc. and UK-based Maven Global Limited to discuss ways to strengthen Guyana's digital infrastructure. The meeting focused on advanced data security, tech framework development, and potential public-private partnerships. Pantera, which specializes in risk management for the energy sector, was represented by its senior team. Maven Global, known for modular data center solutions, joined virtually with input from its CEO and technical experts. The session also included Christopher Dean, General Manager of the National Data Management Authority. Stay tuned, more Ignite news coming your way after this break.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Welcome back to Ignite News. Linden is a growing hub for hydroponics in Guyana, with both government-led initiatives and private investments promoting this modern farming method. Hydroponics is a technique that uses a water-based nutrient solution to grow plants rather than the traditional process of utilizing soil. A large hydroponics facility is currently being built in Linden as a production center. The facility also serves as a training site, equipping young people with the skills needed for modern agriculture.
My name is Andrew Forsyth. I have an overall responsibility for agriculture in region number 10. On the ground we are sitting here is at the old railroad embankment area, where we're setting up a brand new hydroponic facility, which is a modern way in terms of doing agriculture.
My name is Parshram Ramdat. I'm the contractor doing the shade houses. We're at 60% completion. Hoping to complete in about 3 weeks, the entire structure.
We're facilitating about 100 young people being trained here. Not only training, it will be training, and it will be a production facility also, where we will be producing a lot of cash crop for the market and so forth. So that also is putting employment into the young people in region number 10.
Here is basically installed houses complete with a temperature protection system, which is the aluminum cloth, the fans, and overhead sprinkler to reduce temperature. That's for the 3 houses.
This project is part of a large initiative funded by the Greater Guyana Initiative, a U.S. $100 million investment from ExxonMobil, Hess, and CNOOC. Under the Greater Guyana Initiative, a similar hydroponics facility is being constructed in Region 2, and another has been completed in Region 5. These projects cost U.S. $4.7 million each and consist of a hydroponic farm, 2 Dutch bucket facilities that allow for the planting of tomato, cucumbers, bell peppers, etc., which cannot be produced directly through hydroponics technology. Additionally, the hydroponics farms in Linden and Region 5 are being supported by agro-processing facilities, which are already in close proximity. These projects aim to reduce Guyana's reliance on food imports by producing a variety of fresh, high-quality produce, including some not native to the region. Additionally, Plimpton Farms, located along the Linden-Soesdijk Highway, is a large-scale, privately owned hydroponics project that is using modern greenhouse technology and hydroponic systems. Guyana is strengthening its push toward restorative justice with a new group of officers now in training. 20 restorative justice officers are being trained through a program by the Attorney General's Chambers and Canada's High Commission under the Canada-CARICOM partnership. Acting Chief Magistrate Faith Midagusti called for more awareness across communities and institutions, saying the officers will play a key role in building trust in the process. The Canadian High Commissioner Sebastian Segoy also praised the initiative as a sign of strong Guyana-Canada ties.
Dialogue between the victims, the offenders, and the communities, it's often the only way to find a lasting solution. It's the only way for the communities to heal, to move on, and to rebuild. So really essential for peaceful and safe and secure societies. Canada's partnership with Guyana in the justice sector goes beyond today's initiative. We actually have a very strong history, long history of cooperation. For example, we've worked with the Justice Education Society in British Columbia to empower women and Indigenous people, to train the police, the judiciary, and prosecutors in trauma-informed approaches and gender sensitivity, and to improve access to justice from the most vulnerable members of society. We've also worked with other partners to support Guyana and other CARICOM countries to modernize their legal systems, to improve case management, to reduce judicial backlogs, and to enhance the delivery of justice across the region.
Segoy further highlighted that Guyana has shown significant progress in making justice more accessible to communities. Training facilitator Alan Howard noted that the dream of restorative justice is now becoming reality in a way that is shaping the future.
Truly amazing, the things that we're seeing and knowing are happening, and that what restorative justice is bringing back that was almost lost in history, things we wish could never have happened, but is now being refound in a place, in a way, in a time where our heart and soul can come back to each other where we came from, as neighbors, as family members, as friends, and folks who can work things out together and come to a different place. So that being said, it's a gratitude that I'm humbled by, to acknowledge with great appreciation, but it's a congratulation. This really is a celebration and a welcoming. So the congratulations go to folks like Mr. Orrin Boston, and Ms. Enid, and Mr. Kessa, and countless others who I regret I'm remiss to be able to remember all of our names and officialdom titles. Thank you. Wonderful seeing everybody. And what I would like to, I suppose, offer is that not as much about training what we're doing as a practice, but as a life of renewal that people people have understanding that it's about our relationship that will make things strong, that we can trust and count on being with and for each other. So it's happening. And again, congratulations with great gratitude to you all. And congratulations, Miss Nicole Ford Clark, for her first restorative justice case that she presented the closing out to the magistrate yesterday.
Restorative Justice Officer Bim Ramkisoon, in his remarks, noted that part of the system is to repair harm and rebuild relationships. Police in Regional Division 4C are investigating the discovery of a decomposed body found early Sunday morning at the Hope Sea Walls, East Coast, Demerara. According to the Guyana Police Force, officers responded to a 911 call around 6:45 a.m. and found a partially decomposed male body lying face down among rocks at the shoreline. The man was dressed in black knee-length pants and a brown long-sleeve shirt, with a tattoo on his right hand. Due to decomposition, no visible marks of violence could be confirmed. The body is now at the Memorial Funeral Parlor mortuary, awaiting identification and a post-mortem. Meanwhile, police are also asking for the public's help to identify another deceased man, known only as Shiny Man. He is believed to be of Guyanese male of Amerindian descent, between 40 and 45 years old. He reportedly died on May 11th in the Puruni River area, Region 7. His body is at the Bartica Regional Hospital mortuary. Ignite News will be right back after these messages. You're watching Ignite News on 6 at 6. Thanks for staying with us. In international news, the Trump administration entered into several new agreements with the government of Saudi Arabia today as President Donald Trump and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman seek to highlight close ties between the two countries. CNN reports that at a formal signing ceremony at Riyadh's Royal Court, the two leaders signed memoranda of understanding, letters of intent, and other executive agreements spanning different government agencies. The deals aim to modernize Saudi Arabia's armed forces, expand training, and improve health services for troops. The moment underscored deepening cooperation between the two countries, as the Crown Prince has sought to position himself as a key U.S. ally. Other agreements included partnerships on infectious disease research, customs coordination, and judicial collaboration. A new agreement also links Saudi Arabia's Interior Ministry with the FBI. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has warned that any future terrorist attacks on Indian soil will be met with a strong response. His comments come after 4 days of military exchanges with Pakistan. The exchanges were triggered by a deadly militant attack in Indian-administered Kashmir that killed 26 people. India blames a Pakistan-based group for the assault, a claim Islamabad denies. In his first public address since the clashes began, Modi said this is not an era of war, but is also not an era of terror. He stressed that peace cannot exist alongside terrorism. The U.S. helped broker a ceasefire over the weekend, which has so far held. Still, both nations, armed with nuclear weapons, say they remain on alert. Modi also declared terror and trade talks cannot happen together, and cited ongoing tensions over water-sharing agreements, saying, "Water and blood cannot flow together." Finally, in sports, Kagiso Rabada has been included in South Africa's squad for next month's World Test Championship final, after serving a 1-month ban for recreational drug use. Rabada, who recently returned to his Indian Premier League team, Gujarat Titans, looks set to feature in the final against Australia at Lord's. Australia has named a 50-man squad for the highly anticipated clash, with key players Cameron Green and Pat Cummings included. Green, who has been sidelined since suffering a stress fracture in his lower back during a one-day series in England last year, has recovered following surgery in October. Cummings will return as captain after missing the Sri Lanka tour due to the birth of his second child and an ankle injury that also ruled him out of the Champions Trophy. Also returning is pace bowler Josh Hazlewood, who was unavailable for the Sri Lanka series due to a hip injury. Teenage opener Sam Kunstas could make his first overseas appearance after debuting during the Australian summer. For South Africa, Rabada is one of 6 fast bowlers in the squad. The final between defending champions Australia and South Africa will begin on June 11th. Xabi Alonso is set to become the next manager of Real Madrid, according to Spanish media reports. The former Real Madrid and Liverpool midfielder is expected to sign a 3-year deal and take over at the end of the season, after stepping down from his role at Bayer Leverkusen. Alonso, 43, will replace Carlo Ancelotti, who has been officially named Brazil's new head coach ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Though Ancelotti had 1 year left on his Real contract, his departure has been widely expected. Alonso guided Leverkusen to a historic treble last season, winning the Bundesliga, the German Cup, and the Super Cup, and is expected to join Real ahead of the expanded Club World Cup in the US, which runs from June 15th to July 13th. Ancelotti leaves Real Madrid's most decorated manager, with 15 trophies in 2 spells, including 2 Champions League and La Liga doubles. His exit follows a dramatic 4-3 loss to Barcelona in El Clasico, which all but ended Real's hopes of silverware this season. And that's all for this edition of Ignite News on 6 at 6. For more stories, visit ignitenews.com or follow us on social media. Thanks for watching. I'm Rihanna Nikram. See you tomorrow for more Ignite News.